Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the Sabrent Rocket NVMe heatsink designed specifically for their latest generation drive. I unboxed this a little while back. This is the 1 terabyte NVMe 4.0, so we've got best-in-class performance here. For those of you that missed my unboxing video, you're looking at the latest and greatest in NVMe SSD technology. Right now, only compatible with select motherboards. So if you have one, great. This is a solid buy at, I think it's roughly 200 US still, but you may want to look into the heatsink. And I just received it from the manufacturer for review, as I did with this drive. For those of you that missed my previous videos, I did purchase the previous generation drive, the 1 terabyte. It is not in here because it's inside my Sabrent enclosure. They did provide me with this great piece of kit. Well built, very good transfer speeds, no issue across the board. Not the best for cloning, but I did read that they did a software update for that, or I should say firmware. I'll try to confirm that in another video, but today is all about the heatsink, which I highly recommend. And I recommend it because this drive, even though I haven't experienced it yet firsthand myself, has the potential to get very hot. And if that happens, you are going to wish that you had this, and this is very inexpensive. In fact, if you buy it bundled with their NVMe drive, I think it's a negligible difference. It might be a whopping $5 to $10 difference. I think on the 2 terabyte, it's free. On the 1 terabyte, they bump you up. If you buy it alone, I believe it's either 25 or 40, somewhere around there. But I'm telling you, if you have the money to pick up one of these and you're building a new rig, you want bleeding edge performance, even if your motherboard has a built-in heatsink, it likely will not give you the same performance. I mean, it's possible, as a dedicated one from the manufacturer. And I'm not trying to sell it, it's just a fact of life. So here we have it, right out of the box. Obviously in theme with Sabrent's current design overall, and which I don't think is a bad thing. I think Sabrent does a fairly nice job, and all of their stuff seems to be really well made for a company that I think many people had never heard of in the last few years. I was aware of it, but only started recently getting products from Sabrent to review. So, you know, an exciting thing we've got here because it is the latest and greatest in tech. And I mean, I remember when getting an NVMe was, you know, basically, I'm not going to say unheard of, but a rarity. And now here we not only have affordable NVMe drives, but we have the next generation. So we've got our little screwdriver for actually installing. You can see we have a set of screws for the mounting process. They also gave us some sticky adhesive like thermal guards, some to buffer. Trying to pop those out. There we go. They gave us 2. So add on thermal tape for single side drives. And then this one is, if your drive is single-sided, please add the additional thermal tape here. So fairly straightforward instructions, your whole mounting array, the screws that you need, the heatsink that you need. Again, I think that if you are putting this in a motherboard, which you should be, I mean, if you buy this as an external drive, I think you're a little bit lost because there isn't a very good reason to buy this as an external drive, since there currently are not actual enclosures that can leverage this speed. Then I think you need to have this. I mean, without it, I mean, I do have motherboards within available space that do have their own heatsink. But again, if you care about the drive, if you're worried that it's going to get hot, which I do plan eventually testing this with, as well as in an enclosure like the Sabrent here, I can just pop it out. This may have already adhesed the 1 terabyte previous gen. Then why not take the extra step to make sure that you're not going to have any kind of thermal problems and that everything's going to run nice and cool, and the end result is you get the performance you want without compromising your hardware or your data. So again, I like this a lot. Sorry that this should have all been together, but Sabrent just forgot to include it. But they were kind enough, as soon as they saw my unboxing, shot me an email and said, we're sending it over, Ed. And I was like, all right, yeah, no, I think everyone's going to be happy about that, because again, without this, you really don't have the complete package. Excited to try it out and give all of you impressions and overall performance benchmarks. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. Hit that like button, and as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.